Hello, everyone. How are we doing today? Happy Saturday, I guess? Yeah, it's Saturday. How's everyone doing today? All right, let's see. Shiva, Magic Control, thank you, Panda. Ribbon, SJ, Soria, Jake Risk, Greg, Molfin. Damn, a lot of you guys already jumping in here. Dorsey, Fairmlism, Jake Risk. I think that they took your place. Botsy. I'm gonna miss someone there. Sasha, Timmy, Butler. Beatrice. Good evening, guys. How's everyone doing? Womp, good afternoon. How you doing? Galv, hello, hello. All right, so how we doing? How is everyone doing today? Doing good. How's the king? No idea how the king is, but yeah, the boss is sleeping. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just here for the raptor giveaway the boss I told you about. Yep. He's always running around doing that. So yeah, I'm just do we just open it up and let Botsy take the blame for it afterwards? Let's get some audio on here. Great 77 ocean skill going for 100. Nice. Getting close, getting close. Herpy, good afternoon. How you doing? Technically still afternoon. Feels like evening though, but yeah. Alrighty. So how's everyone doing? What are you guys up to? Spectre, good afternoon. So what are people doing today? Where are you guys fishing? What is Wolf? Hello, how you doing? And Modus, how are you doing? So everyone hyped and ready for comps, and what are you guys most hyped for? Is it the comps or is it the chat with Joe and Levo? Attempting Yama, but it's not really going anywhere. Yeah. FK fishing stirs at the moment. How's the stir spots going for you, Asoria? I only been there over I was only there the first night when we did the Persian comp. After that, I haven't touched it. Chat is scrolling funny. And the Norway grinder put it on the line. Copper for the barbel and VK turns. No joy. I was thinking about the barbel over there, but I haven't done it yet. I did the happy hour over at the bucket spots. 2 hours, about 700 silver, but a ton of XP. So I had a few good coins during the happy hour, so that definitely makes a difference. Some for the chat, some for both. That's for you. Sorry. No, don't say sorry, Shiva. Of course, the comp is like the focus is, of course, is just sitting down and have a chat. But yeah, having a comp that we can actually fish and not like stress. We try to find a comp that was like a little bit less stress and bottom fishing, so that everyone can, well, first everyone can join in on it, but also that people can fish and still take part in the rest of the stuff. Would be mean to do like a float comp and and then try to have a chat. Norway, 6 kilo common ling, 4.5 kilo baked redfish. Damn, nice, Butler. Very nice. Wolfan chat is interesting. Hopefully it is. Hopefully. Going after the white-eye trophy, unwinding, selling only got a donut so far. Donuts trophy or donuts rough just in general? If you get the donuts trophy, that's something to celebrate. Hyped for cuss coming out everywhere in Norway today. I had a bunch yesterday. I did a comp with a few guys yesterday, and yeah, it was cusk, only cusk. So yeah, Oh, Modus, did you get the dragon? Very nice. Most hyped about you gonna win the comp. I think you will have a little bit of competition on that front. I think so. Cut nothing expected. Catfish during the comp. Last week was good. The spot, few small ones, but mostly on pellets as you're low on moles. Yeah, that's the problem with the gold bait. They fly fast. Oh, Modus, you're still chasing it. Cool. Yeah, I was lucky to actually click that one off during a comp here a long time ago. Hey, feel cool. Good afternoon. How you doing? And Captain, good to see you. How you doing? Try to follow stream from the cell phone? Yeah. You should come and join us. Cusk is like the sea version of Bream. Yeah, that or Perch. Either or. That or. Hello, hello. How you doing? Welcome. What feature will go after? Here's what I will do. Since the comp starting at 6 o'clock, I will start at like 6 o'clock, that on top of the hour, so it will be midnight in game. I will set up and be ready for eel, and I'll just sit on the eel for the first half an hour. Depending on how that goes, I will probably move up and try for the tench. You can get tench and you can actually get tench and versions very close to each other, so you can actually get all three if you move a little bit. But strategy is not an easy one. It's a little bit mean doing 3 different fish, but three species to keep it interesting and also available for everyone. It's a little bit difficult, so yeah, we're trying it out. We'll see how it goes. There is active spots for all 3 though, so James, hello, how you doing? And guys, if I miss anything, if I miss any like messages when chat is moving fast, don't be afraid to tag me. Ask again. That's okay when when things like this is going on. So you got Berg waiting. Yeah, we'll head over to Berg as well. I was just doing some shopping and prepping some baits. That's why I'm here. Copper's actually been very good today. Copper was really good. It's going to be an hour and a half comp, so 1 hour, 30 minutes. Camaro, hello, welcome. How you doing? We will set up the comp in about 20 minutes, and it will start top of the hour. So it will be in about 15 minutes. So 5-0. Oh, it was the trophy donuts. Damn, nice. Lorenzo, hello, hello. How you doing? All right, so the way for people to join when we setting up the comp, it is not up yet, so it will be another 20 minutes before you can join. You basically go in here, go to competitions, you can search for the name, or you can search for my name, and you will find in the list. So whatever is in the blue here is the player setting up the competition, and that after the white part is the competition name. Just click it, and you click join. This one will be without a buy-in. The only thing you have to do is join the competitions and fish. So the rule for these streams are always that after the stream, you have to, after the competition is done, you have to be in stream, because we will go through ask people to like verify that they're here, and then they will be eligible for prizes. If you're not on stream, it will roll down to the next one. So just make sure you're in stream when the competition ends. But yeah, it's the in-game comp system. So you join it through this one. Just look up the name and hit join. Yes, thanks, Riz. When we are doing events, or actually when I'm running comps in general, I'm running admin comps. So you will only see yourself. You will only see your name, and it will only say one participant. You won't see everyone in the competition. You just see yourself, and that's perfectly normal. Nothing is wrong. You'll only see it on my side, how many has joined and who is in it. So that's something with the admin competitions. You might be here for the comp rewards. You're just here for the fish. Yep. But hey, the comp rewards, good bonuses. So just to show, since we have a little bit of time to kill. So here is basically what we're going for. You have eel, tench, and crucian carp. Setup is 1730, and we start at 1800, going for 1 hour and 30 minutes. First place is a Tigara 10,000 and 14 days of premium. Second place is a Sage Picker M98MH with an AVS 6000 and 10 days of premium. Third is a Sage Picker M98MH, 7 days of premium. Fourth is an AVS 6000, 5 days of premium. And fifth is a Royal Picker PM98H and 5 days of premium. So there's the prices, and there's the setup for it. All right, let's go ahead and move over to the map at least. Actually, let's get rid of. Hey, Botsy, I caught a catfish. I had one. I spent like freaking 10 minutes. I was like, I'm bored. So I left. But yeah, I got one. I should have packed it up and sent it to you. No, it was from the boat. I went to the boat and I was like in the middle of the harbor, like that thing, right outside of power. Yeah, 83. So it's kind of funny though. I started out, I cast it out, and 5 minutes into it, I got a message from Greg. We started a game of 7 days to die a couple of days ago, and he was like, "Are you ready for a little bit more?" I'm like, "Yep." I can't do the catfish today. I was just too unfocused, let's call it that. 62 catfish pigs today. Not bad. One sander and a few perch. No Caspian lampreys. Yeah, that's what there's two reasons for me to go there. It is Caspian lamprey and the albino cat. That's it. By the way, where is your Caspian lamprey? Who knows? The thing is, like, I don't need the catfish. I got it. I have the catfish. It's on bottom though, but it doesn't matter. I got the catfish, so I'm just looking for those two. Okay, so for those that are looking for spots, there is one spot down with the tent. That's for the eel. There is tench up in the E3 upper part, and there is crucian carps either in E3 on this side or up with C2. Eel is on fish pieces. Tench is mainly raspberry, and crucians are on cocoa and cream. Be aware though that that's the same bait that the big old carp goes on, so brassies and all that stuff will go on the same. So just be aware of that. So basically, here's what I'm doing. Since we have time, I'll just show this. So this is the setup that I will be using for the crucians. I will go full 36 setup, and just found the old recipe that I used for crucians on cocoa and cream. So I'm going to try that again. Just made myself a few new excuse me, few new portions of it. Talking is hard. So yeah. So that's the one. I'm gonna get set up for eel though. because that one is the first we're gonna go to. I'm just gonna do my bunnies. Hey Griffith, how you doing? When will chat show fish caught by that group members again? The Joe and Levo will show up at like right around start of the comp, so right before 6. So they're not in here yet. So and it's not a full Q&A, by the way, guys. But I'm pretty sure that you guys will be allowed to ask questions, and they will answer. So yeah, they will be here. They will be here right before we start. So probably like 5-10 till. So yeah. Hey Butler, the eel is actually active down with the it's active down with the tent. So down here. I'm gonna head there in a few. So bear with us a little bit, and I will show the spot because we're gonna get set up for that. I might even just cast out and let it sit there until we just start fishing on it on the spot. And with my luck, I'll probably get the trophy before before the comp. I think close to the bridge is your best bet for being able to like single them out a little bit. There's less. There should be less carp. A Q&A. I will go mental. I wonder how long it goes before the first question about the new map comes up. But yeah, so the point here is not mainly a Q&A. It's just they wanted to sit down and just have a chat with the community. So it's not going to be like a full blown Q&A. But yeah, 5 minutes. You think it's going to go that far? Going to go take that long? Question will be posted 10 times before. Yeah, that or fly fishing. New map. Wait, what? Exactly, Riz. If you go into my Discord and look under events, it literally took less than 5 minutes before the first person went in as a new map. That was like the first thing that was said underneath the announcement. You underestimate the chats. So yeah. Where did my game go? There it is. Let's see, what are we gonna do here? Let's jump this up to, we do 6, 8, or 7. Shouldn't actually use, we have they're beat up. We need feeder leaders, not marine feeders. Do we have anything? We got deep black, deep gray at least. 9, 6, 4. That's the closest we got. Oh, there it is, 6, 8. And blind. Deep gray, or do we have black as well? Right, dark, deep gray. Yeah, we'll run deep dark. Oh, deep gray. That's good. Yeah, I don't think like we have to remember though, they've never told us that they're going to bring out fly fishing. So I don't think it's... I don't think we're going to get it, like, at least not anytime soon. Unless they, at some point, give a teaser or something about it, I would never expect it. We've already done that mistake once. Assuming that it's being brought out. Yeah, it's the other setting up. Yep. When should this new map come out? Like that was the thing. Like as soon as we put up this event, let me pull that up here. As soon as I put up the event, I got it was like new map. That was the first like that was put in emotes underneath. So just saying right off the bat, no, this is not that, like, it's not what this is about. So yeah, man, Wade, thanks so much for the follow. Appreciate that. Also, guys, just a heads up. I will be turning off the notifications and the music when all the audio and alerts and all that stuff goes off when they arrive, just so that like nothing is like interfering and yeah. Just so you guys know. Nothing worse than like missing half of what's being said because of alerts going off and shit like that. Eel. Okay, so this is the setup that I'm going with on the eel side of things. I'm running 6/8 braid leaders. I'm gonna use standard S1 Muga hooks with fish pieces, and I'm running a it's fairly standard, but it's flaxseed, chopped worms, zebra mussels, dried krill, fish meat, feed pellets 3, and fish oil. So it's pretty standard eel mixture. There's been a lot of different eel mixtures out there though. So oh gee, where did I go? Bunny pickers. Yeah, I'm running large one for the eel. Don't need to go that large though, but yeah, it's if you're trying to get the trophies, it's not bad to have the size. Okay, change of plans. Thanks, Potsy. Save it in case we get more than 30 fish. There you go. Okay, so this is the eel stuff. Lower the friction brake. When you have low leaders, don't forget the friction brake. We should just set up the next one as well. Actually, I should do it in bottom light. I can make, I can set up the, I'll switch the setup when we get to that. I want to do that on bottom light as well, just for the fun of it. Let's do the bunny pickers again. Yeah, let's go ahead and set up the comp as well. We are close enough so we can start getting people in here. Did all mine set up? Actually, I can set them up. I can just switch the reels out. I can switch the reels out. That's better. Okay, so we're doing this. We're gonna do 3 species, and as always, guys, when it comes to the pricing, if there's a tiebreak, I will use the order of the fish as the tiebreaker. So we will handle that on our side. It's just how it's got to be done. Because we can, like, there is only a set amount of prices, and that's what we going by. Not sure how many people we need on this, but let's do this just for, nope, no buy-in, no password. But like I said, you have to be in stream afterwards to claim price. And we cannot send to Russia and we cannot send to China. That's just how the game works. So, heal 10 for carp, admin 36 hours. Next with 3 species. I think we got it all right. Yep, we are done. All right, competition is up and ready. Just remembered what I forgot to do. There's always something. There we go. Serial, hello, how you doing? Tench and eel have the crab that is commonly used. Tench and eel have a few different. Tench, a lot of the ones that was posted in the RF4 Discord actually was using the standard. So if you go down here and look at, there's Tench mixture. This one was used for a lot of people today. Some used it as a ground bait, some used it as a PVA. So this is the basic. Eel don't have like a set in-game, but there's some standard ones that we've been running in the past. Hey Joe, how you doing? Yeah, definitely looking forward to having you guys on. So just ping me in Discord when you guys are ready. Riz out first. Oh. Yeah, I just had to. It had to happen. All right, so we're going 36, 28. So basically here's the spot. I'm going to set this up without setting this up without rod pots. I'm not a fan of the rod pots when you're fishing, especially small leaders and float and stuff like that, because you get like, you jump backwards quite a bit when you pick them up. So. Yep, perfect comp for making coffee. That's true. Close to the campfire, and you can just like split out every now and then to see or listen to the rods. All right, so the comp is up, and we are on track. Let me just do this. Especially during the night, sweating for the eels. Yep. All right, let's go ahead and get the lost rod set up here as well, because we don't have to worry about that. Bendy, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. Did I have the setup ready for this? Let me see here. Yep, we did. Okay. So we're gonna do pop up again. And I think 27 is a bit overkill. I know that they've been using 27s, but I mean, what can possibly go wrong? What can possibly go wrong? Let's go 9. And we're gonna do famous last words. 2 hours later. We're gonna do pop up in corns, so we're gonna do raspberries. 16. Raspberry flavor purple. We're gonna do raspberry. And we're gonna do. I got 2 setups here. I got one with a little bit more stuff in it. Got one which is basically the plain, and I got one with a little bit more addition. Let's go ahead and try the ones with just extra stuff first. What could possibly go wrong? Hooks at 28 grand. He'll hook grassy. Now, we got training on this though, because everyone, I assume that everyone that's been fishing Old Burg has done the laps. They've run after the fish a few times, so. And I had a lot of low-end gear in the beginning of this game, so I ran a lot. And I mean a lot. Okay, so Leonardo, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome. Okay, do we have anything weaker? Yep, we do 9. We have 9. I forgot that on the other one actually. So I should have done this before stream, but I ran out of time, so. Yep, the tanch was, the ones that have been posted up has been full out raspberry. I'm not using full raspberry PVAs though, because they get a bit massive. So I did a combination of 11, 9, 24. So I did a combination of the original one and added some. No, actually, not. That's not the one. No, I'm doing the original one. That was the original one. I didn't do the raspberry. Yep. So I just extended on the original one actually. I was looking at the raspberry one, but they get massive. The most risky is still from Old Burg, 22.7 grassy, 4.5 real. Yep. Instead of waiting for the comp to start, forgot to join the comp. Oh, yeah, like that can be. Also, guys, remember if you relog the game before the comp starts, you lose your spots. You actually have to rejoin. So if you decide to like jump out of the game and come back in or relog, you have to rejoin the competition. So just check after you relog that you're still in the competition. You can still change maps and everything, but relogging will kick you out. After it starts, it doesn't matter. Then you keep the spot, but it's up until we start. Yeah, my riskiest catch was a black carp actually for the longest time, and that was on a weak setup. And then it got replaced with the beluga, 117, and now it's swapped out with the even bigger one. So now, yeah, kind of miss having my my Old Burg catch. Okay, we need the lost legendary setup. So that was number 2. We're missing number 3. Yeah. Okay. Actually, I'm going to do one of the flavor. But yeah, like I said, most of the trophies has been on the simple, the plain, the pre-made PVA that you can make out of a recipe from the get-go. I'm actually gonna drop this one down, even one. Might also switch these into just cheese if we're not catching anything good. Okay, let's go ahead and drop these down to 9 kilo, and we're done with all 3 setups. 9 kilo. There we go. Yeah, we are good to go. Also, guys, just a little bit of background, in case not everyone knows. So, in about 20 minutes time, Joe and Levo will join us on stream on voice, so they jump in with me in Discord. For those that don't know, Joe is the general manager of FishSoft, so kind of he's the boss on the European side of things. Levo is the head of the community management at FishSoft, deputy manager in EU, and also community manager in Poland. So that's kind of who they are. Hey Moss, how you doing? 393 kilos on 35 liter. Oh, that's the Kaluga. Yep, that's a massive one. So would you want Levo's top dog? Joe and Levo, awesome folks. They are, yeah. How to join the comp? All you have to do, hit escape, click competition. You find my name and By the Fire, Tails and Tights, click it, and you click join. No passwords, no nothing. Just click join and you're in. Be aware though, you will not see the full list and you will not see the participants. You see one participant and only your name. But that means that you're in, everything is correct. Just sit back and wait. We start top of the hour, so we'll be starting in 23 minutes. Ish. Just do one thing here. Thank you, Botsy. Appreciate that. And let me do this. Okay, this is going to be messy, but let me just do this. All right. So just to show people how it looks, this is how it will look on your side. You will see the chat. You will see your own name, and you'll see you're like only one participant. So this is normal. This is how it's supposed to look. Everything's good, and you just sit back and wait for us to start. Thanks, Patsy. Appreciate that. Let's see. Yep, we had 63 people, 65 and counting, so that's good. Just to install RM4 on phone and we'll join. Yep. Virtualization on you need to get yourself a VDI and virtual desktop and just control that from your phone. Coordinates for ill, that is 3628 and clip is 7 to 8. All right, tip for level 18. Fish for what you can. don't be in too much of a rush. That's the biggest tips that I can give. But of course, it very much depends on what gear you got, what skills you got in with that gear. So if you're on bottom, like what kind of gear you got, what kind of skill level you have on bottom fishing, so that we know what you can do. Also think twice before every single purchase, so that you don't waste too much money. Is it true that the person who catches the Kaluga trophy will receive some kind of award from RF4? Never heard about that. Never heard that, so... Riz, that's actually a very good tip. Yeah, get in on the comp. Everyone can... don't eat yellow snow. Yeah, that's a pro tip for everyone, not just level 18 or 22 and stuff like that. Yeah. Definitely don't eat yellow snow. But yeah, get in on the comps. Join competitions, guys. Especially those with prizes in it. Be careful with comps with a lot of buy-ins, because there's only one winner in those competitions. What is your question for RF4? Never had a chance to ask you that question. How you doing? I figure the community have enough questions that yeah, I'm not going to be the one that's sitting here like with the firing squad. Riz, that's 100% sure. That's 100% true. And I had the same thing. It took me ages to get the common carp and also the eel. The firing squad is ready. Still haven't gotten the bream. Yeah, we used to farm bream back in the days. Like bream was one of the biggest things to actually get progress in the game before. It's changed quite a bit. The game does change a lot over the years. So it like the intense bream grind that we used to have is not there anymore. But we lived on bream. We were fishing bream day in and day out. And like when I started out, like Old Burg was a big stopping place, and Quarry was okay, but we didn't have much gear for it. So it was basically Old Burg, Volkov, and the next one up was basically Tuba. Maybe a small stop at Sura, but mainly Tuba. And when you got to Tuba, if you didn't have gear and silver, we spent actually a lot of time on Eastern Bream. So so the progress of the game have changed drastically over the years. A little bit because of changes in the game itself, that there is actually like Bream doesn't give as much as it used to, but also the fact that there's way more stuff available than it used to be, even for lower levels. And of course, Norway changed a lot of it. Let's see. Am I the only one that thinks that trawling the sea is very hopeless because the catches are very rare? There is little chance of catching a good one. Spend a lot of time hoping. Okay, so trolling at Norway is it's a patient game, and you will actually see most of the folks that gets good fish. They have, like, when you see someone with a trophy tuna or swordfish, quite often when they show the net, they've been there for 7+ hours. It's not because of the extreme fight, but it is also just because there's a lot of trash fish, and it's not very, very active. You troll for a long time and you don't get many fish. So for 7 hours, you might have 8 to 16 fish. So that's kind of how the trolling is. But yeah, the chance is there, and like it's this. It's not so much risk and reward, even though there is risk and reward, but there's also like this the time invested, and you have to remember one epic fish can actually pay for 4 hours easily. So it's not an easy. It's not an easy like you can't just run there and say, hey, I'm going to try to pick up this trophy. You have to work for it. So that's the thing with the trolling. Level 36 got the chin out, but not the eel. Eel is a pain in the ass. Sorry the expression, but yeah, eel can be a pain. Now, what we can hope for though, rain normally helps. We're a few days early though, but yeah, there's been a lot of eel trophies coming out here, so hopefully. Chinook I took by well, I was just gonna do one more cast on stream one day. It's a while ago though, but yeah, there's one of those one more cast. Bro, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that. For me, it was Old Burg, Bream, the Gable Crucian grind, and straight to copper. Yeah, copper has changed the strategy quite a bit for folks. 20 kilo tuna, nice. Where did you catch that one, Wolfin? Started this year in May. Now you leveled at 40. Yeah, so now you can level up fast. Back in the days, that took a long time. Took me a long time to get to level 40. But yeah, now you can actually. Now there's so many XP farms. It's like we did a speed run. With the speed run on the new account, we actually went to level 37. No, 27. Did he get booted from the chat? I've checked. I think it was. I think we were at 27 by the end of doing copper and Norway. The truth is, you can only catch a trophy of swordfish or tuna only by trolling. No, you increase your chances a lot by trolling. It looks like it's easier to catch them, but also the fight itself. The fight itself, you have a better chance with because you can actually follow it. Oh, Joe, yeah, 100%. 100% we can get into that. That's a huge topic and it's a fun one. So 100%. There's pros and cons with it. But a lot of this stuff should go into the actual talk because it is actually it's yeah, a lot of the things is something I'm pretty sure RF4 can weigh in on as well. And also like the whole idea of is it intentional or not? Is all the things that we as players see, is it intentional or is it just by chance? Some of those things is also funny to talk about. So there's no way you get those without trolling. I had a 150 tuna take on the bottom on the 80, and it came straight in, like no fight whatsoever. Any tip for leveling up bottom fishing from 95.6 to 100? Okay, so for leveling skills, number one, make sure you switch things around. Like sitting on the same fish and the same setup and everything all the time. You want to switch it up as much as you can. So you want to make sure that you switch maps, different type of fish, different rigs. So if you're always on basic bottom rig, go to inline, loop rig, basic bottom rig, the paternoster. Switch it up as much as you can. Go to different different maps, different fish, all that kind of stuff. Also, you want to be on something that's a high bite rate, and a high rate of trophies is always good. So fishing for things like when the common carps, when the common roach is active on Sura or Ladoga, it's good to sit there. Cruising Gibble farms is good because there's a good potential for trophies. I know it's not a trophy, but still, you can get the bigger ones without rolling. And yeah, if you get a swordfish, the odds are it might run away from you. You can definitely get them without rolling, but you increase your chances, of course. But I think it's wrong to say you can't get them without rolling. Does the rod, right? Do you mean the rod pod? I've heard that people say 1 meter with the pod. I'm not really sure how much the pod does, like distance wise, compared to not having it. But one thing that was talked about like a year and a half ago, people start talking about the difference on the length of the rods. So if the rod is longer, it will like the clip is measured from the tip of the rod and not from the reel, is what also was said. So I'm not really sure. I haven't done like tests on it to figure out does it really make a difference or not. I've seen that the clip is not as accurate as we normally think. And I don't think it makes as much difference as we think. Like 1 meter, give or take, doesn't make or break the bite rate. Yeah, plus 1 to 2, 3 meters on the clip is not that important. Also, you have to remember when you cast out, if you cast a little bit too hard, it bounces back a little bit. So those kind of things. But it's something you like test it out a little bit for yourself. Like you can listen to what people are saying, but everyone have different perceptions of how they think the game actually how they see it. Some people feel that a meter, give or take, is the difference in the world, and others have little or no changes on it. But I think it's also like some of the randomness in the game, because like we were a bunch of people going to Copper today. I was catching good fish. I saw Pete had a lot of good fish as well. But then on the other side, I saw quite a few folks that got absolutely nothing. So yeah. Friends, hello, how you doing? Thanks for the answers. Of course, that's why we're here. Starving in game, yeah. I like to starve the angler a bit. I'll feed him when he gets fish. Excuse me. Best leveling method from 32 to 34. If you got the gear and you got the gear and skills, the absolute best map to level on right now, if it's active, is Copper Lake. But the trick is mainly be on something that's active, that's actually giving XP. So yeah, Copper Lake 100%. You got Sturge Gear, Carps when they're active, is epic to level on. Of course, Premium and Happy Hour is a big boost, huge boost. All right, give me a second, guys. Let's see, I'm gonna kill my music and I'm gonna do this. Let's see if this works. All right, do you guys hear me?
Hey, yes.
I can hear you. Hey.
All right, let's see. Can stream hear you guys?
Test, 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 test. Too loud, too low.
What do you guys think? Do you hear it? You
I
hear
hear
people.
people, okay.
That's good.
All righty.
Hi, Cypher. Hi, Vikings. Hi, chat. Thank you for having us.
Awesome.
Hey guys.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. That's this is awesome. So yeah, everyone, we got Joe and Levo here, and like I said, a little bit earlier, Joe is the general manager of FishSoft. So like Levo said to me here a couple of days ago, he's the big boss, and Levo is the head of the community management at FishSoft. So he's the deputy manager in EU, and I also think community manager in Poland. If that's correct, still on
Yeah, that's correct. Yes, yes.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
just to put that big boss into perspective, luckily it's a very low hierarchy system that we run here at FishSoft, and so I gladly I don't have to be that. It's spread over a lot of different shoulders, luckily.
Yep.
But yeah, this has been a long time in the planning. It's partly my fault that it didn't happen earlier. I apologize for that. Also, I need to address right at the beginning that due to very poor planning on my side, we only have 1 hour because we do need to hit another meeting later. But I promise if there's open questions after this, and of course you will have us again, Cypher, then we will gladly come back at some point in the future.
Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. Let me just see. All right, someone crashed, so I'm gonna let him have a chance to load back in before we start up. So yeah, guys, there's still 2 minutes for everyone that's wanted to join the competition, so don't miss the start time.
Guys, join us. Join the competition. It's gonna be fun.
So we got 83 people in, 84 actually. Let me see. Did you guys manage to load in?
I'm in.
Yes,
Yep.
yes, we are in.
Awesome. And we see Levo. So yeah, 84 and counting. There we go, Joe as well. There's been this rolling joke the last couple of days. About 5 minutes after I posted up this event, there was someone that with emotes said new map. That was the first thing that came up.
Yeah, of course.
And it's been the rolling joke a couple of days now. How many minutes will it take before someone actually bring up the question? And yeah,
let's get it over with right now.
It was like less than 3 minutes. So
yeah, come on, chat. Someone has to do it.
It's already in there. So
okay. Well, I think we should probably repeat that a bit later. If maybe not everyone who's planning to watch this is here, we are not gonna introduce a new map today. That much I have to admit early on. But we of course are here to give you some idea of the current status quo of the game, some of the issues that we ran in the last month and that we are very close to fixing now, and then of course give you a rough idea what to expect in the not too distant future without of course spoiling it too much. So it's always a bit of a fine line for us, because we understand that of course what you really want to hear from us is what's next. So we will look for ways to not frustrate you with like standard answers, and at the same time not make it so that our development department will send us hate messages an hour later. So.
Of course. That's awesome.
Yeah, so sadly, I think that's maybe best to address at first. There will be no new content this year. We will of course have a Christmas event like every year, and hopefully we were able to modify it a bit or based on your feedback from the last years. But yeah, there is no new content planned in 2024. That will hopefully change early 25.
That's perfect. Guys, yeah, there will just a question from chat here. I will put up the VOD afterwards for this, so there will be on both Twitch and on YouTube. So for anyone that want to watch it later, we'll put that up, of course.
This is perfect. Thank you.
So also, guys, I saw that we are at just over 6, so I'm gonna start the comp here before we keep rolling. So
Let's go.
there you go. Good luck and have fun, guys. And 89 people. That's awesome.
That's good. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck. There we
Good
go.
luck, guys. And just to clear everything, guys, if for any reason me or Joe will end up in top 5 or any reward places, we are not counted. So please don't worry. And actually, I don't think we have a chance with you guys, but just to clear.
Yeah, that's
Well,
that's a given for me as
We're
well.
not
Levo-
getting rewards. No
Levo
worries.
is humble bragging. He's probably actually able to keep up with you. I am definitely not, so don't worry.
Just realized I forgot to take off my bells. I'll fix that here in a second.
I think the hardest fish will be eel, right? Unless you have a really working spot at the moment.
Actually, luckily this time, we've seen that there is spots for pretty much all fish. So eel is already coming out, and we already have a few in the comp here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So Greg with a 1.1, Kroon with a 1.1, and Brana with a crucian carp. I'm starting out with burbot.
Eel was always nightmare for me. I don't know how for you guys, but I got my trophy eel when I was level 40 something. After months spent on Old Burg, I got my trophy eel, and I only had it once. And I'm playing for like few years now. So for me, it is always nightmare fish. I don't know. Some people got it when they are leveling on Old Burg, level, I don't know, 15, 16, and I'm never lucky. Never.
Yeah, I've had the same. Like, eel has been the killer for a lot of players. I think I had, I was at least 3 years before I got it. So when I finally got it, I got 2 in a row though. So kind of
Same for me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I
days
feel you,
after the
Perch
first
and
one.
Maza. Yeah. But hey, this is fun, you know. I like that because it's challenge. Sometimes it's a bit frustrating, and I understand that. But you know, it is something to look forward. And I did a lot of research about deals and some of the stuff that I read online. Yeah, it helped me, and finally I got it. You know, so I'm happy with it.
It's what keeps this game alive, that we actually have fish that we are struggling with, and it's just the feeling that every time that you see a post come up with something that you're looking for, you get torn. You drop everything and you jump over to whatever you're chasing. Me and Bots have had it today where we both are chasing the same fish. We both need the Caspian lamprey. I need the albino catfish on top of that. So every time we have a spot, drop everything and run. So it's a little bit of what keeps excitement in the game, I think.
Well, absolutely. And for us, the challenge is, of course, to hit that balance, right? Between the game being tough enough or difficult enough for that to occur, what you just described, you know, that feeling of, hey, there's a chance, I better hit it, versus it being too difficult to the point where new players have trouble getting into it. I saw a question earlier from someone in chat about retention rates, meaning how many players actually stick with the game, how many players stop the game in the first hour. That's, of course, an interesting topic for all games. In Russian fishing, as you might expect, it's highly dependent on whether you are a real-life fisherman or not, right? With real-life fishermen, the entry into the game is much easier. Many people will feel right at home, know exactly what they need from the shop and stuff. So the rate there is almost not comparable to the one with non-fishermen. For them, it is indeed a hurdle to get into the game. The new tutorial helped a bit, but this is an area where I think we have still a lot of room to grow and, you know, make it more approachable to new players.
And I see already someone is saying that China region plus streamers RNG, please. Hey guys, just to clear it up, region doesn't matter. Seriously, it's just the language, record tables, the software that the servers are running are all the same. There is no increased RNG for anyone, nor for streamers, nor for region. Please remember that.
But see, this is the most amazing feedback that we get in this game, that people who never actually, you know, had any connection to this started to fish in real life, got their license, met new people over it. That's fantastic. And that's what you want in any sort of simulation game. So that's always amazing to hear.
Yeah, I totally see what you're saying with the link to real life fishing. Like when Norway came out, I felt at home, but like I've been struggling with, especially the carp fishing. It's been my problem because we've never done that, and like we don't have that kind of fishing in Norway. So seeing the advantage you get, of course, if you know fishing or you've been doing fishing in real life, you might have a little bit more of the patience than than a lot of the other guys that comes in. So, and I think it's like we see the difference in the style of how people fish. Like real fishermen, they tend to be able to sit for a little bit longer and have a little bit more patience, whereas someone just walking into the game might have a little bit lower threshold for giving up on the weight.
Absolutely. It's also about the amount of equipment or baits and lures that you can buy, right? To a seasoned fisherman, this is basically going to a normal fishing shop and knowing exactly I need this, and this, right? As if you take your son to a fishing tackle store, they will stand there with big eyes and be like, what do I need, right? So yeah, it's the more knowledge you have, the lower the entry, of course.
I just see my inventory, how cluttered it is from the first years when I didn't know about the carp fishing.
Yeah.
Overfilled with a lot of stuff that you generally don't need, but you don't really know what you're doing. So,
absolutely, and communities are a massive help there, right? I think one of the biggest reason why entry into the game is much easier these days are communities like yours, where people find help very early on, find like a home, and that I think makes the game not just more enjoyable, but also it will make you much more successful in it.
Yeah, I think communities. Sorry. Good.
No, it's okay. I just wanted to say that, you know, our communities around RF4 are really great. A lot of players want to share the knowledge, help new players, not only with the knowledge, but also with some bait, with, of course, the tips, explaining about the gear. And so this is huge help. And all the communities around RF4 are really active and, as I said, very friendly, and this is helping a lot. Also, for new players, my advice is watch the streams, go on YouTube. We have some guides on the forum on Steam as well. Use this knowledge, use these people, be polite, and you always will get help. And this is great.
Yeah, the overall community is we can see how it grows, and we can also see the amount of help that comes out of it. And of course, there's many communities, and it goes all the way from the RF4 discords, not just the English one, but also like I know a lot of folks have a foot in multiple of them. But starting there and all the way out into all the private discords around. So yeah, it's a huge community, and like I said, a lot of folks are willing to help. One thing I see that keep coming up in chat here is people asking about the new water temperatures on Copper, Bear Lake, and Amber Lake. A lot of questions about the well, how should we attack it? It's of course, how does Sigrid actually work, and also is there any plans to refine it, because people feel that it's a little bit unbalanced. Is there any information you guys have on that, on how the thought around it is, and how Sigrid works?
Levo, you want to take this one, or should I? Well, I will say something about it. Well, the original intention, of course, was to make fishing for carp more targeted, right? And with the temperature, give you another indicator of where fish might be at a certain point, what type of behavior they are showing in that temperature range. What we are finding is, like with many things in Russian fishing, is that it might be a bit too complicated for our own good, because right now what it seems to do is confuse people more than it helps. The first question, can we explain it in detail? No, because that's exactly what we don't want, right? Yep. We don't want to take out all the magic of finding out for yourself. So that I cannot deliver. But the second part of your question, will we refine it? Most definitely. I think this is one of the areas that is a really good idea, and I would like to see it on all water bodies in the future. But it might have to be streamlined a bit, not casualized, but streamlined to the degree where it becomes a bit more intuitive than it is at the moment.
The idea is to target specific fish species at certain days, certain conditions in the water. So, as Joe said, is a bit at the moment is a bit confusing. So maybe we will need to look at it. But the idea is to try to observe the water temperature and try to target this fish following one of these indicators. We always need to remember not only about water temperature, but also other indicators that are making the fish bite more often or less. And of course, part of the game is to try to discover it, share the knowledge with others. And that's why, this community sharing is very, very important.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's a similar case with hook sizes in the game, where they do not work exactly like in real life, as any real fisherman here will attest to. We found out very early on that if we go with a very limiting effect in hook sizes, for example, people won't understand it. I mean, non-fishermen won't understand it. It's a complex system anyways, even for us, right? Because it goes up to 1-0 and then it switches, which is super weird. And that's not intuitive for new players at all. So we found very early on, if we restrict the impact of hook sizes too much, then we have the effect that people are fishing for 5 hours, not catching anything and not really understanding why, what they did wrong. So this is a good example where we not casualized it, but made it, a bit more forgiving at least.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. And yeah,
okay, guys, I notice. Okay, thanks. I noticed that we have a first trophy in the chat. Player Urban333 got a Crucian carp,
yeah,
and I think that deserves a special reward. Yes.
Yeah, of course.
We all agree.
Yeah, I think everyone agrees on that.
I think a nice rod for the level of the player. What level he is?
Let's see. Urban, he is 28.
Okay, Urban. Within the next few days, we're gonna give you a nice rod. It's gonna be carp rod that will fit your level, that you can use it. Okay.
Awesome. Congrats. That's amazing.
Ephemeraptor. Well, we need to have something for Christmas Feld Q. So.
And Bruno with the trophy. Let's see.
Well, maybe we can talk a bit about the status quo in our development, because you haven't heard from us content-wise in is one of the longer periods for us without content. And the reason for that is that our engine has aged a bit over the last 8 years, as you can tell. I mean, the most prominent example for that is the in-game chat. All of you experienced that it just wasn't capable of handling all the catch entries anymore, right? Because we went into the millions and on a daily basis, and the system was just not constructed for that type of data. So we have to rebuild it from scratch, because what we did in the past, when it was possible, we kind of tend to, put a bit of duct tape around things if they're broken, and then hopefully they work again. But that's not going to work this time, because this chat obviously is a super important part of the game. You need to see the catches. It's very important for the immersion as well. So we want to bring it back in a sustainable way, right? Where we don't run into the same issue again a year from now or something like that. So that requires a lot of rewriting of code, implementing new systems, introducing new engine models, which also most of the time requires us testing all the already implemented systems in the game again with that new engine addition. I know this might be boring for some of you, but if some of you are a bit more interested in game development, this is an interesting experience with a game that lasts this long, right? Usually games are produced to last maybe, a year or two, especially single player games, and then you move on to a new or reworked engine or something. Where in Russian fishing, of course, that's very different. So the engine somehow has to grow with us. And that is what we are mostly doing at the moment.
I saw also a question from Perchmaster a bit before. It was about fish prices. I can only say that, of course, we are watching this, and the game is not finished. Some balances will be made in the future as well. You guys also noticed that in the last few bigger updates, also some maps were reworked. Some fish species have new models. So we still want to improve, let's call them old maps, not only the new ones, but some of them will be reworked, and also balancing fish prices. We constantly watching, and there will be also balanced in the future. So maybe not this specific fish species that you talk about, Perchmaster, but overall. But it might include also a silver carp, don't get me wrong. But yeah, this is constant work and monitoring just to keep the game balanced.
Yeah, so the fish prices and XP and all that is that goes into the overall balance of the game. So I assume that's something we will see.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
and I assume that something that will change, that without everything going on the patch notes as we've seen in the past, right? Is that something that goes on in the background on the fly, or is it only during patches that you will rework those things?
During
stepping a little bit.
During the patches, when we have the game updates, before we also announce it that some fish prices will be changed,
Yep.
Sometimes sadly they are lowered, but sometimes they are increased, just to keep this sweet balance,
Yep. See here.
Vuiju, or I hope I pronounced the name right, is asking, is there any chance that we will see more exotic maps in the future? I absolutely think so. I mean, look, we have discovered Russia thoroughly at this point, I would say. Yeah, I mean, the logical next step for us is to, look at the rest of the world and ask ourselves, okay, well, what else do we want to fish for with this cool physics and the, all the equipment that we have available? So yeah, it's more of a question on which one to decide for instead of, if we want to do it.
So
But yeah, what's your favorite, Chat? What is the area in the world you would like to see most? That's always interesting for us.
Oh, and I found a grass carp.
Oh, what would be yours, Cypher? What would you like to see? I mean, surely we will go back to Norway at some point, but outside of that,
definitely another ocean map would be like we have a like my absolute favorite has been the release of the marine skill tree and the gear and everything. So more on the marine side would be fun. We have a lot of trolling maps. We have a lot of maps for carp fishing. So definitely seeing more of the marine side of things. But yeah, different parts of the world, of course. Being fishing from Hawaii, the Mexican Gulf, those kind of things is yeah, definitely could be interesting.
Yeah.
But there's been a lot of discussions on this over the months in stream. One thing that I see is like from the first teaser comes out of a new map and all the way up to the release, it's the way that it's being done. I know a lot of folks are frustrated there's not a roadmap, but it's something about the speculation and things and the suspense of waiting for that patch note in the beginning of the day to actually see what's coming out. It does something with the game in a positive way, if you ask me, because it keeps you on your toes. You don't really know what to expect, and of course it's frustrating because you don't know how much silver to save. But yeah, it's something with the with suspense. You never know what you guys are doing next, and I don't think anyone expected what we got with copper. So I think the way it is now is extremely fun. The whole exploration side of things is making it frustrating the community, but also it helps building communities.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's obviously also departments within our company who would wish for a very clear roadmap. But look, you can't have the pie and eat it too, right? Russian Fishing is not a publisher-owned developer, which is fantastic because it gives us the freedom to make the game we want, right? And we've seen during the last years, specifically during the last 2 years, that this is a trend, right? And both the last game of the years came from studios that either don't have a publisher or have a lot of power to make the games that they want to make. And so yeah, I prefer this approach a lot, but of course it comes at a price, right? There is no big publisher in the background who can say, oh, look, can we speed this up with money or something? We just have to kind of follow at or create at our own pace. But I still much prefer that, to be honest, over having someone who maybe doesn't understand the game really dictate what the content should be.
Yeah, one of the positives that I see with this is that with the we call them trading cars, the cars that was announced a couple of years ago. If something doesn't fully work or something changes along the way, being able to walk away from it without causing a war in the community, I think that's a positive thing. You don't push something out just because you promised it. It's like you guys have said in the past, you don't push something out unless you feel that the quality is there. So, and I think that's good for the game, that you can turn around and change something without having to deal with that roadmap that was announced like 3 months earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's the advantage. Of course, the disadvantage is that some players like, of course, to know what they can expect in the next year or so. And that at this point, we cannot provide. Maybe that changes in the future. We will see. But for now, like you said, there's always going to be an element of surprise.
In the meantime, we had a few minutes ago, guys, a nice trophy. It was tench, 5 kilogram. And Urlish Gabi, sorry if I pronounced it wrong, got it. So I think he deserves a nice reward as well, right?
Damn.
Sure.
Yep.
Can we give him a nice rod as well, maybe, right? Carb rod?
You're the equipment guy. You decide.
Okay.
You're the
Urlish Gabi, congrats. Within the next few days, I'm gonna send you a nice carb rod that is usable for your level. You're level 43, so probably it will be really nice carb rod.
That's awesome.
Congrats.
Congrats. That's awesome.
Now we're waiting for Trophy Eel, guys.
Trophy eel. Time to go hunting, guys.
I got a
And
grass
Dorchi asked if there is a chance old maps could get a new fish species. Yes, Dorchi, that's, as I explained before, we're not only working on the new maps, but we also want to improve the existing content. And in the future, you might expect some map reworked, and maybe some new fish species will be added to some maps. That's exactly what's happened at Quarry Lake, and this might happen in the future as well. So yes, there is a chance.
Nice. One big thing that I know has been coming up quite a few times. We're sitting, like, of course, a lot of the time on streams. There's a lot of discussions about what might come in the future. And one thing that also surfaces a lot is the suggestion box that you guys have on the forum. Is that something that I know it's been asked in the Q&As in the past, but is that something that's being used? Does players have a influence on what's coming? And I know a lot of folks have asked, like, okay, we post something in and there's no response.
Yeah. Well, first of all, absolutely it has an impact. It's in fact one of the most important feedback channels that we have. The reason we are not reacting there is because we found out that the second we react to something, people will think, okay, that's next, right? Even it doesn't even really matter what we say about it. It always creates expectations. So we've learned that it is much better not to directly address these suggestions, but be assured that not just are we collecting all of them, they are a tremendous help in us setting priorities and getting a feeling what the game might be missing, things like that. So yeah, they are extremely welcome.
And when we are talking about what next in the team, we really take all the suggestions, all the feedback that we're getting from you guys. This is really important. So please don't feel you're wasting your time by making a post, by writing a post on the forum. Of course, as Joe explained, we're not reacting because we don't want to give you false hope, but some of them, the suggestions will be taken into the account, and some are already in the game. So yes, the feedback from you guys is really important, and we are very grateful for it.
There you go, guys. So yeah, it's something that's been surfacing a lot. So definitely, yeah, that's the place to put it.
Absolutely. I mean, you can post it on Discord and stuff as well, but on forum, the memory function is just better. You know, we will be able to access it at any point, and so yeah, it's the best way to do it. This grass carp is ruining my tournament, by the way. I did get an ear, however, Levo. Did you?
Wow, no, I didn't.
Oh, you caught the eel? Oh, that's nice.
The tiniest one, but yes.
I have a tension, a small tension.
I only got 10 so far, guys.
We're getting wrecked.
But I'm trying my best.
So we got Ulrich on first, a set on second. People call me Bot on third, Botsy on fourth, and Elias on fifth. So yeah, that's the top five for now.
Guys, share the secret. What you getting your Crucian carbon here?
Are we
What's
on
the
the right
blade?
map? Oh.
I will try, Happy. I will try.
Good. Yep. They are nice that way. Silicon chats, yep.
Oh, getting good, bringing up that discussion that someone posted earlier, the idea of speed leveling in the game, right? Because we did make it somewhat more approachable in, for example, giving you the opportunity to go to Norway earlier or to Copper as well, I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And of course, that opens possibilities to speed up your leveling process significantly. The question is that always an advantage? I saw someone saying, look, for a secondary account, absolutely it is, and I agree. For new players, I mean, you talked earlier, Sci-Fi, I watched you a bit about your experience running around this lake, right?
Yep.
Quite a few times, I would imagine, like all of us did. But this is, of course, where you get good, right? Under-equipped, under-experienced, and then these grass carps are a real problem. And that's where you learn how to fight them. And then you benefit massively from this experience later when you do have the good equipment, but are testing it on like the real fights, right? If you're trying to get a Kaluga or something or some ocean monster, then you will need these skills. And if you didn't learn that early game because you were always over-leveled or over-equipped, it might be difficult to learn it later. So I guess my tip is try to strike a good balance between leveling, but also, paying your dues, I would almost call it, and getting experience with less powered equipment.
Yeah, we actually did a little experiment during the double XP weekend. We did full 3 trips on Norway and then followed with 3 trips on Copper Lake. Of course, it was fun and you level extremely fast. I think we ended up with level 27 at the end. But the problem, of course, afterwards, you sitting there and you have just around 10,000 silver if you're lucky and you spend everything like you buy everything on gold. But it was basically just to see how big of the problem would be, and like you said, you on a secondary account you will know all the do's and don'ts, but on a new account, you're a new player, you miss out on a lot of the experience.
Absolutely. It's also, in this game, the journey is very much the goal, right? And if you look back, Sci-Fi, at like the early days of you playing this game, I would be willing to bet that you have some sort of nostalgia for 1 or 2 moments or water buddies or whatever, right? Because it's just this fun feeling of progression where you all of a sudden you are able to get these fish out and stuff. And like in any game, don't ruin that for yourself too much. I think it's cool to take a shortcut here and there, but if you do it too much, then you will lose this early game experience that can be quite satisfying, actually.
Yeah, I think you build experiences throughout the entire game, and like you said, there's a lot of stories, both for myself and others, of course, because since it's a community heavy game, we build experiences together and memories. Basically, we're still sitting laughing about incidents that have happened in the game, just like you would if you were in a physical boat fishing.
Yes.
So yeah, 100%. You build his like experiences as you go, and the nostalgia is definitely there. So, and yeah, I spend an extreme amount of time in this game, and a lot of time with the community. So definitely, there's a lot of history there that you will lose out on if you just jump over and speedrun it. So. I also think that was one of the background for the question that Moss posted. When you see people doing the trips, when they do, especially like the Norway trips in the beginning, but also now with Copper, do you guys look at the statistics and see how many people actually just reach very fast level 16 to 26 and immediately quit the game. Do you have any statistics on that? Is it something that you guys are monitoring to see how it affects the game, or is it
Of course, yeah.
yeah.
The example you brought up is difficult to answer because there can be so many reasons for why someone quits the game, right? If they do, so it's difficult to really understand the reason behind it. But what I can say is that once you reach level 20, this retention rate goes down significant, or goes up in the meaning of the word. So we are able to keep a lot of players in the game that reached a certain threshold, right? When they have established themselves in the game, you have your first set of like mid-game equipment and things like that. And there we notice for the first time that the jump off or the cut off of people leaving the game becomes significantly less. You know, it's always in any type of video game, the worst is the first hour. It's not unusual for a game to lose 80% of their players within the first hour. And of course, in a free-to-play game, that's likely even more. But then the further you get into the game, the higher the chance that players will actually stay in it.
Okay, I notice another question, Capitan Mort. Can we expect in the future, maybe once in 3 months, this type of Q&A? Guys, we love spending time with you, talking to you, share experiences. So we will definitely try to do it more often. We are very happy to be here with Cypher and with you guys, and we will definitely try it. We cannot promise that it will be every 3 months on the dot. No, but we will try our to be a bit more often here, talking to you guys.
If Cypher will have us, of course.
Of course
we will.
Cypher.
Of course we will. We're really happy to have you guys on. So
yeah.
All the
It's
stuff
those
that
guys, sometimes it's lack of time, lack of time, but we need to make time, and we will definitely be more often here, guys.
That's awesome. That is awesome. I actually got a message on Discord because it's something I've been talking about on stream for probably, I don't know, guys, help me out, but probably 2 years. In-game comp system, is that something that's going to be reworked, or is it kind of like what it is? Is there any plans in the works for that, or?
So this is a bit tricky topic to talk about because obviously everyone understands, including every single person in this company understands that we need that, right? We need a better in-game tournament system. Anything I say beyond that is a problem because it will include some sort of date or whatever.
Yeah, but
right?
no, but that's actually plenty.
I know it's an annoying answer. Of course, we need that desperately. Our current tournament system is insufficient at best, and everything else we are doing is kind of a plan B solution, right? With the tournament panel we are using. So the answer is absolutely yes. It's just a question of when.
Okay, cool. And second on that one, is that something that you guys are open for input on, or is it?
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Any ideas you have about that? Any sort of features you would like to see in the tournament specifications? Absolutely, super welcome.
Yeah, I think between me and Chad, I think we pretty much redesigned it for you guys.
That's great. Send it to us.
It's been an ongoing thing for, like I said, probably 2 years that we've been like every time there's a competition, there's always some new people coming with ideas, and there's always something new that people say, oh, we should have had this. So there we go.
Absolutely.
Late joining in tournaments. There is and that it's actually, I think the way you guys are doing it with keeping things a little bit secret, and also keeping it, well, I shouldn't call it secret, but withholding a little bit and not going out with the full development plans, and also not telling us about the full features, the discovery and the speculations. Also, I think it fuels a little bit more ideas from the community. And not only ideas but also they look more for what they wish in the game. It's not just slaughtering what's on the roadmap, but it's also like they're using your, what do we call them, the small grays, as we say over here. You're using your brain and thinking more about what you would like to see in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, I believe you cannot make a fishing game without having some mystery to it when it comes to how certain mechanics work, right? I mean, sure, we could give you like the entire blueprint for it, but that breaks immersion immediately, right? Like in any other game, because what tends to happen is that you start to see the matrix instead of the game, right? You start to see a screen with green numbers running. And that's never good. So there needs to be an aspect of mystery and discovery to it. And that also, of course, leads to, in my opinion, the best moment in the game that you can experience is when you help someone else catch a fish, right? I've said it a million times, but it's one thing to catch a fish yourself. But if someone is asking you for tips and you give them, and 20 minutes later they come back with a picture and they say, look, man, I got it. That's just the best, and you can't have that if the game doesn't have some sort of difficulty and mystery to it.
It gives a sense of achievement in the game, and it's a very, I would say it's a very special type of game, because it is in one sense a multiplayer game, but in another sense it's a single player game, because you're not seeing the others. But I think we got a really good reminder when chat really went down last year around Christmas times, when chat was fully offline. I think everyone got reminded how important the communities are.
And not just you guys, we us as well.
Yeah, everyone, because I saw people trying to send messages, and they made ground baits or PBAs, which is one ingredient that they wrote in the name. That was kind of like the message. They sent that to each other. We saw the people trying to set up in-game or in Discord chats and stuff like that, but it takes something away from the game, and it just shows how important the community is. And I also think it's one of the reasons that the issue about chat comes up over and over again. Because if you're sitting, especially Sunday night, and Sunday nights are notorious for this, there's not many people on. We just saw the reset of the records, and you have 12 hours without weeklies. And it's dead. There is absolutely no activity unless someone gets a trophy. You don't see anything.
Yeah,
and it brings back that feeling a little bit that you feel alone sitting there fishing. So I think that's why it's so important with that one little feature. It's a small thing, but
yeah, you would think, right? Oh, it's a small feature, and there must be more important things. No, there really isn't. It has such a significant impact on the way you experience the game that, yeah, even a small thing like not showing every catch is a major issue. And again, we're trying to solve it ASAP, but it needs to be sustainable. It needs to be a system that can handle, whatever the future might bring.
Of course. And I think everyone can agree it's way better the way that it's now. We can communicate, we see a lot of the stuff, and the game is actually stable. We saw, like, everyone that's been in the game for over a year saw the problems that we had in especially around like the New Year's event. And I think everyone agrees that it's way better not seeing every single fish caught and having a stable community. So. But of course, I think
stability is imperative, right? This is not even an active choice. That's the overall, like, okay, it needs to be stable. Everything else is like up to discussion and opinion. This one isn't. So in this case, sure, that was probably the most difficult decision that we had to make yet. Reducing the chat functions, but at the same time, it really didn't have a choice there. So yeah, it sucks, but we understand that it sucks. We can tell you that.
Yeah, but that's as long as we know that it's seen on your side as well, and I think that's what the community needed to know, that okay, it's not something we turn it off and we walk away. It's more okay, we know what impact it has, and
definitely,
and that's a good thing, I think, for most people.
Okay, I saw another question on forum. I mean, on the chat, there was a question if we can have more forum tournaments. And yes, of course, if you guys would like that, that's not a problem. We will schedule a bit more, but please remember we need to schedule it with different events running as well. But yes, if you guys like it, that's not a problem.
I've seen the amount of people that actually take part in tournaments in general, whether it's team tournaments, individual wingmans. People are flocking to these events, and it helps. It's another thing, especially the team tournaments, helps like bring the communities together. So yeah, I think they're very popular. So.
Absolutely, and there's a lot of room to grow around specifically team tournaments, right? I mean, without being too specific here, it's probably very obvious to every one of you what type of infrastructure we might be able to build around that, you know?
Yep.
The idea of clubs, stuff. I don't want to get into that too much, but of course, there is fantastic possibilities around that. Yeah.
I got 2 reminders in chat. There's something that's been coming up multiple times here. There's I know there's been a lot of reports from people about places on Old Burg. It's easy to get stuck, and we also have quite a few places where it's really easy to get snags either underwater, these what we call ghost snags, where you're not really getting it as a snag, but you're just stuck. Also, a few places where you cast out and the lure gets stuck in the air. Those kind of problems, is something that will be worked, or is it too minor that it will not be addressed?
No. It's definitely being worked on, and actually, I think one of the next updates will bring some improvement when it gets to the points where you could get stuck.
Okay, cool.
The ghost snags are more difficult because they are directly linked to the physics engine. Yep. And it is very difficult to recreate sometimes, and it's even more difficult to fix because it is not one single reason why that happens. It derives from the physical logic of our engine.
Yep.
That might have been a complicated way to say it, but it's sadly not easily fixed. We are working on it, but it is possible. Look, with hundreds of thousands of people on these water bodies, there are always going to be spots that you guys find that we haven't found yet. So the only thing that we can ask for really is to post them, and then we will try to fix them as it's possible. Again, with the ghost snacks, sadly, it's incredibly difficult.
Yeah, of course. And I keep getting stuck on the island on Mosquito, and when you go out, or not Mosquito, on Quarry Lake, when you go over there, you see physically the lure stuck between two rocks. So I think it's better that it gets stuck than it actually clips through. So I understand that some things is difficult, but and I also notice that we are not when you get stuck on the water's edge, it takes about 10 seconds and you get moved.
Yes.
That's fairly new, right?
That is new, yeah.
Yep.
I'm not sure if many people noticed that already, so it might be a good idea to bring that up from time to time in the stream as well. It's a kind of a fail-safe mechanism that, but sadly, it doesn't work in 100% of the cases yet. I would say in 90, but not all of the time yet.
No, but I know it's saved me numerous times, especially when you got fish on and you get stuck. So yeah.
It's been still worked on, and hopefully we can improve this in the future as well. So it might be a bit faster to unstack. But as Joe explained, sometimes there's technical issues that sadly at the moment we cannot avoid.
Yeah. No, but knowing that there's still a focus on the smaller issues, let's call them that, because a lot of these things they're not huge problems, unless, of course, if you lose a fish because of it, it's big enough. But knowing that it's actually being worked on is good.
Yes, definitely.
I'm switching back to eel now. I want the eel.
Yeah, let's get a trophy.
Going on nighttime, so time to go back to eel. One other thing that's been brought up a lot, these quality of life things. I know that like some of the things that we've already got, like okay, we got a camping chair, and it's something that people have been asking for. We've gotten the rod pod, which is they're not like crucial for the game, but it's like small convenience things, small fun things. Is there more of those things that will be worked into the game? I know one of the big things that we've been talking about is, for instance, a coffee maker to let people make a few more portions of coffee, for instance. Those kind of things.
Well, this is an interesting topic because this is one where we notice the difference between fishing in Russia and fishing in Europe or the States. Yeah. In Russia, fishing is a bit more, I don't want to say basic, but it has less of this equipment fetish that we have in Europe and the States, right?
Yep.
Which is crazy here. Like if some people could do like a my fishing basement room tour for 2 hours and you still wouldn't have seen anything or everything. And that's not as much the case in Russia. The approach there is more like, hey, it's still working. Why should I change it, right? Why do I need a rod pod if I can build it out of sticks? Yep. Which I like both. I understand the equipment fetish, and I like the building it from sticks approach. So yeah, it's a discussion we have internally as well. But this is one of the cases where at the end of the day, the community, if the community has spoken, we will do it. And in case of the rod pod, at some point, none of us was able to answer questions about the rod pod anymore. So at this point, the developers decided, okay, it's probably a good time to implement it now. So yeah.
It took a bit longer than expected, but I hope you guys happy with it, because in my opinion, it's great. The physics work, and some of them are really, really nice, like color-wise. And I know for, as Joe mentioned, for a lot of players, this rod pod was very, very important. And for some people, as you said, Joe, a stick will be enough. But for some, it was very important item, and we are happy that it is in the game now, and you guys liking it. So hopefully things like that in the future we can implement as well. It might not be very important for some players, but other players are waiting for it, and we know about it. So yeah.
Yeah, I think the rod pod and the chairs, it's something that I don't know. It's not very important for most people, but it's still. I rushed straight to the tackle store and bought it. So
of course, like I got one of these things here in my garage. You know, I rarely use it because it's another 2 kilograms you have to carry to the water. But just having it is fun. You know, just owning it.
And I think most of us in this game is a little bit glutton for punishment, because we all know how difficult it can be to come by silver at times. Building up a big stack of silver takes time. But we still want more. Let's just be frank. We can call it useless stuff. We want more stuff to buy. And it doesn't have to be just new rods or rails, but we just want new stuff.
I agree.
Yes.
Actually, we're sitting here, I think it was earlier this week, we sat on stream, and I'm like, I would like to be able to buy the boat at Norway and start getting upgrades for it. It's like, and I'm like, what would that cost? Like the houses are 40,000.
That's the question,
like,
right? That's the question. How do you price that, right? How do you make this, like, how do you implement it in a way that it makes sense in the overall economic of the game, yet at the same time, like, it would be only available to, like, either people with a lot of time to grind or people who can, you know, use real money. And so this is another one of those questions where it seems impossible to balance.
And
We,
I
for
think,
example, what a good example is we significantly reduced the cost for the house, right?
Yep.
Because we noticed, look, the original idea fit into the economics of the game, but it doesn't fit into the actual player situation, right? Especially players with less time, they will never be able to afford it. And then what do you do at that point? Because some people already have spent money on those houses, right? So it's a lose-lose situation. In this case, we decided, okay, we will just have to take that criticism, and this is rightful criticism, of course, and change the prices, because we miscalculated the first time. We set them too high, and then we fixed it. But that is sadly, I'm not sure if you can avoid that completely in a game this long and this big, and most important, with this long of a lifetime, of a runtime, right? There need to be changes sometimes.
I think every single online game faces that problem, especially if you run like, okay, you have some MMOs and stuff that they die within a year or two. You have some long-lived ones, of course, but I think if you look at RF4, maybe up with BDO, which is another one that's been running for many years, every time that you make a change, you have the risk of stepping on someone. There's
Absolutely.
always someone that spent the money and grinded for something, and now it became more cheap or more expensive. Either way, it can swing both ways. So I think you always risk stepping on some toes, but at the end of the day, I think people pretty much understand it.
Yeah, that's the reality of game development. And if the last 2 years have shown us anything, then it's that I think courage is rewarded when it comes to game development. If you look at the big games, like the really positively received games over the last couple of years, they all took a risk, be it Baldur's Gate, be it Elden Ring, but also smaller indie titles. The Diver game, for example, although that's not really an indie game, but it's an indie game made by a major publisher. What we've seen is wherever developers are willing to take risks and also not make games for the smallest common denominator, right? Some developers look at their audience and they build their game around their worst player, right? And worst, I say in quotation marks, but the person with the least time, the least experience. And when you design a game for that person, it's great for that person, but it's not a game for anybody else, So this is incredibly tricky.
Yeah, ahoy! Thanks for the raid, man. Welcome in, guys.
Okay, let's check who is winning.
Let's see where we are.
Seek of Blue Milk.
Yep, Seagull Blue Milk came into first. Ulrich on second. Elias on third. Galv on fourth. Set on fifth. Greg on sixth. Yeah. That's
Nice.
top 5, guys. Very nice. We had a few changes on the top there. So and there's still a little bit more than a half an hour left on the comp.
Okay, so again, due to my poor planning, Levo and I have to leave. We will gladly return if you will have us. And maybe the next time with a bit more actual information and maybe some things to show, hopefully. But
yeah, you guys have already
you.
answered a lot of the questions and things that's been circulating a lot. So yeah, and
I hope we didn't frustrate you too much, guys, with half answers or, of course we want that, but we don't know when. It's sadly part of this job too. There's some information we cannot give away, but we will try to keep you updated as much as we can.
Everyone knows how the game runs, so I think people are pretty aware of how things are run. Of course, new people come in, but I think at the end of the day, people understand how things are run and how the system works.
Yes, big thanks from me as well. Thank you for having us, Cypher. Thank you guys for joining and chatting, fishing with us. It was great fun.
Yeah, guys, thank you.
Cypher, please, if you notice that we have a first trophy, please take a screenshot later, send me, and this player will be rewarded as well.
Awesome. Yeah, I will do that.
Yeah, as I said, the rewards will be sent within the next few days, guys. I hope you will like it. And as we said, we'll try to come and visit you guys a bit more often, because this type of communication with you guys is really important, and we are loving it. You know, it's just sometimes time is the issue, but we'll try to make time and visit. Thank you very much for having us.
Well, thanks for joining us, and I really appreciate you guys stopping into the stream, and also letting us do these events. I really appreciate it.
Well,
Okay, thank you.
guys.
Bye.
Have a good weekend. Bye.
All right. Bye, guys. Alrighty, let me just do this. There we go. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna try to recap a little bit. There you go. Still no news about Fish Got Away. You're back to hating. Oh, did we get a trophy? There we go. That hedge with a trophy. Damn, that was fast. Let me go ahead and do this. All right, I'll get that over to trophy eel. Here. Just do this. And this. There we go. Yeah, nice fish. Congrats. So yeah, that would be a reward for you as well. So like I said, like Levo said, it would be out in a few days. That guy will get a raptor. I can't talk to what the prices will be. So all right, let me just start things correctly here. All right. How can people have many eels when they're not active? They're actually active. A lot of trophies been posted up from this spot, so they are active. Great, Mark. Good evening. Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. How about yourself? How are you doing? Are these guys streaming anything? You thinking about RF4, Timmy? Can we double the price for workshop things? I want to pay more. RF4 has they have a Twitch stream, but it's not being used much. So they did a similar event like this. They did that themselves. I think it's about 2 years ago. Back in the days, Al would use the stream. But I know he stopped streaming, and I know that a lot of the moderators have not been streaming. So even though they were streaming before they stopped, not really sure if that's a rule or what it is. But currently, none of the RF4 staff is streaming, as far as I know, and they've been trying to do streamer events instead of hosting their own. So, and of course, I really appreciate them jumping in and us being allowed to do this. Great, getting spooled. Nice. Oh, thank you, Moss. Appreciate that. One of the places to get the spots. RF4 Discord is a great place for spots. Also, in our Discord, there is a lot of trophies and whatnot being posted up. If it was the spots for fishing, you think about. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm missing your questions or whatnot. So yeah, if I'm missing something, just go ahead and tag me. It should let you return a rod when the blank reaches a certain percentage down in exchange for a new rod with the same type at a discounted price. Some sort of a some sort of like a secondhand store getting rid of it, like selling it to a scrap price. Yeah, that would be nice. One thing that was said back in the days, though, I think it was Elwood back in the days that actually said, when you have a rod that's like close on the blank or even broken, put it in your house or your tent or something, because like who knows down the road, maybe something comes up. Tent is limited, but you actually have the house. Everyone has have a house at Mosquito Lake, and you have 1,000 storage there. Strip fishing when reaching. Stop fishing when you 40 a couple of years ago. On the time hotspot could be found on VK info sites. Just recently start fishing it. In my Discord, under resources, there is VK links for the active VK page still. So VK is still active. There's a China VK page as well. There is a couple of Facebook pages. RF4 Discord, other Discords. So yeah, there's a lot of sources for trophies and spots in general. RF4 has two sections now. They got the actual trophy page, and they've also got a spots page, which has a discussion item for every single map. So that's pretty good. Would be nice for the marketplace for people with higher gear to sell it. Yep. Secondhand store is something that would be nice. It should be a non-player driven though. So there's ways to do this, but I know back in the days there was talk about an auction house. I'm not sure if it was something that was actually started from RF4 side or if it was something from the player side, but the secondhand store could, or like auction house is dangerous because it can easily cause a balancing problem, but like a secondhand store that is controlled by the game could be kind of cool if it's done right. So all you need is like an algorithm to handle the price levels, like damage wise versus price and all that. You do it right, it's actually not a bad idea. I kind of miss a feature that we can, like, first of all, build your gear in the tackle store, put it all together, see how you want it, and then hit purchase, like, or add to cart or something. That's number one. Number two would be really nice to have a chance to actually, especially with a ultralight setup, test a cast or two and then be able to return it. But then you have there's a lot of problems that comes in with that for like starters. If you can go out and cast twice, you might actually go out and catch something big or even break it. So yeah. A talent calculator. Yeah, have a stats page would be nice. Also see the effect of food would be nice to see in game. But like they say, it's a big portion of this game is actually the exploration of yeah, 100% moss. Pro tip for Christmas, just buy 2,000 cups of tea. Yeah, I'm using these. I bought about 25,000. I'm down to 15. So definitely buy a lot of tea. It's a little bit more expensive, but you save on the time that it takes to craft it. But yeah, having more details in the game would be nice. But like they say, the game is actually really big on exploration. So trying to figure things out yourself is actually one big thing of this game. So the seller gets 50% selling price and the house takes 50%. Yeah, there's a lot of ways that they could have handled it. There is. I think other games kind of just you get call it scrap value, but it's a way lower price than what you got for it. You get rid of it, it's out of your inventory, you reclaim a little bit of silver. And it could be also like it's like secondhand market is one thing, but it could also be that the game just eats like if you sell a broken TI or a TI that's like down on its blank, the game just gives you a little bit of silver for it and it eats the item and it's gone. That's another way that they can do it. They don't necessarily have to open up for like the secondhand market. So there's a lot of different ways that they could have approached it. But like they said here during the talk as well, like Joe said, they are reading everything in the suggestion box. It doesn't mean that if you jump in there and write an idea, it's not a guarantee that it will be implemented into the game. But like they said, they use the information in there. And I think it's important that if you go in there and have an idea, think through it first. Make sure that like it's easy to make an idea in a game that could easily break the game. So they're not going to listen to every single thing that's being posted in. But the more thought you put through it, the more details you can give on how you like would see that work. I think it increases the chances for them to actually consider. Oh, for 5 days, might tip some things. Oh, another trophy tench. Nice one. I probably missed a bunch of those, so yeah. Starving again. I'll feed my angler when I get a fish. I think we can say that. Actually, no. Let's feed him and dig. One time 5-hour rental to test it. Second-hand market is one-dimensional for us. For our force, a massive problem with abuse by China. That's a good point, Moss. There is it's a can of worms. It's a huge problem. Like any game that have tried auction houses or anything like that, a lot of games are broken by that. And in games where you can just say, you know what, we're gonna freaking restart, we're gonna start over, but you can't do that in this game. So it can definitely cause some huge problems. Ooh, we got an eel. Hey, we got all 3. Not a big one, but we got one. So sorry, guys. Yeah, that's Briss, that's a huge one, and it's also one of the reasons that I actually asked it, because it's been discussed in streams like just a couple of weeks ago. The fact that you don't get at least a thumbs up, but the problem is some people a thumbs up would be okay. They bought it. They wanted it. We're gonna get this, and with the next update, it's like, hey, where the hell is that thing? You acknowledge that I actually asked for it, and you're not implementing it. So, and it's like some people that ask for 2, 3, 4 different things, and like, oh hell, none of my ideas are being put in. So it's a huge pro and con here. Now, one thing that I've seen in other communities is that they have these well, you have bug trackers, and then you have suggestion boxes where you can actually upvote. So first of all, if someone posts in a problem, you can go in there and you can like pile onto that problem. For a suggestion, you can actually go and upvote it, and they can take a look. Okay, there is actually a huge interest in rod pots, but when it comes to having a candlestick next to your tent, people don't care. So like, it's an upvote system would have been great for them to track those kind of things. Forgot to ask when we will get copper map info and RF4 info. RF4 info is a privately run system. Has nothing to do with RF4. Yeah, simple thanks for that. They actually did that in the past, but that's where the problem started. So that's why they backed off. But yeah, Riz, I 100% agree with you. 100% agree. And like, we could follow with what Bots is saying. They can actually add new emoticons for that. They could have done like, hey, red, not a thumbs up, but just like a small note saying suggestion red. And the only one that could be used that was actually the admins, like something like that. Just acknowledge that it's actually, they have seen it. I 100% agree on that. Seen by admins, exactly. But hey, maybe that's a suggestion. Like, put that in the suggestion box. Maybe have some sort of acknowledgement that this has been like processed. Read and noted, exactly. Exactly, Moss. It doesn't take too much, but of course it goes a little bit on the community as well. It does, but it would be nice to know that, hey, they've seen this. So but like, at the end of the day, them taking time to jump in and actually talk about things, and even though it's not a full Q&A, people had a chance. Like, I know a lot of questions we're not getting over to. If we get a chance to do a full Q&A, I'll make sure that we can actually collect some of the questions ahead of time, so we have a list, make it a little bit more organized, so that we actually have a little bit of talking points, and Maybe even make it so it's upvoted things that people like, things that a lot of folks wonder about, that we try to get them in. And we could even send that over ahead of time so they have time to prepare. Because I know like some of these things that we throw as curveballs, they might not have the answers. So read and noted versus read and sent to recycle bin. Yep. Even more encounter than expected. The prize for us for the first trophies. Really good surprise. That's the nice thing with these guys, and we've seen them in streams as well. They jump into a stream and streamers given something to hand out. So they're doing a lot for the community, and actually I just need to take my hat off for them, because like, we are allowed to do these events. We've done this one. We just had the Halloween event. We've done some massive events in the past with them. So they're doing a lot for the community. We have to take a step back and look at that. And it's not only the Vikings. They're doing this for other streamers as well. So reject gifts in chat. So you mean like be able to reject things sent to you? Is that what you mean? Yeah, just delete the conversation. I'm gonna get a freaking trophy perch here before I give up. I've been getting perch on frogs now. An option to put off settings from the 4-number things when you discard items. Actually, Karis, I don't think you will ever get that, and here's why. You know why that's got put in? If you search back in the forum, a couple of years ago, and that was even like, it shouldn't even have been a problem, but there was a bug. It was before that thing came in, actually. There was a bug where you could actually select everything and delete everything in your inventory. And it was like, it wasn't an easy thing to do. It was very specific what you had to do. And people kept deleting their inventory. And it was eventually, they just had to put out in the forum, guys, if you keep deleting your inventory, we will not help you no more. Because people deleted everything in their inventory. Like select all delete type thing. And that was before we had those options even. So it is a way to like flash up for people like, hey, you're actually about to delete a bunch of crap. Is this really what you want to do? So I don't think they want to take that away, because this is like, now they can say, you know what, you even confirmed it. Nah, I'm not getting more eels. I've had my eel. I think my luck is over. Not gonna mention names, of course, but Speak Stream seems to have moved up, given up. Yeah. We see a lot of people coming and going, and it's not only streamers; it's even in gamers. And with a game like this, like, we all have different things that we like in the game. Life happens. Like, last couple of weeks, I've been having to drop days during the week, and it's just because life happens, and that is for some of the streamers. Life happens, and they have to change their focus. And we could name a bunch of them. I know, Riz, you know quite a few of them, and many of you guys do. And of course, some people get upset that they can't get fish XYZ from Norway or XYZ from another map, and they need a break. Some might be coming back, and some close the door and it's not coming back. So, like hell, I've been streaming for We just passed 4 years. Or did we pass 5 years? I can't remember anymore. I'm getting old. I've been going for a long time, and I'm not planning to go anywhere. But like, shit happens. Who knows? You never know from day to day what's gonna happen. So yeah. You're saying it's not a good game? I'm saying this is an epic game, but I also know that people get burnt out. People grind too hard, and they say, you know what, I need a break. 4 years ago, I had a break for a couple of months, almost a half a year, something like that. I can't remember exactly, but some people take a break. Some people get upset by something. People like, they can be one thing that they do in the game, and some people don't. Some people don't like that. Do I think it's a great game? It's freaking the best game out there as far as fishing games goes. My time in the game proves that. And I'm not like, I'm doing this because I like it. I enjoy this game. I enjoy this community, and that's why I'm streaming it. So I'm having a blast with it. But of course, it's not for everyone. And of course, some people get upset for things that changes. Mr. Singh, will there be a video or something? Yes, I will put the VOD up on Twitch, and I'll also put the VODs up on YouTube, so that like, Twitch has this limit. I think it's a week or 14 days, and it will go missing. So I will put this VOD up for Twitch, and I will also upload it to YouTube, where it will stay afterwards. But we are limited. I'm not allowed to upload too fast to YouTube. So I'm gonna give the grace period, and then I will upload. So, but yeah, they will be available. That's a good spot for per thing. Yep. That's a lot of hours. Yeah. I've been in the game for a long time though. And yeah, of course, a lot of this is like you offline repair and all shit. But yeah, our hours fly fast. At a year and a half back, it always comes back. And people have a tendency to come back. Like, even those that say, I'm not coming back to this thing, I'm done with it, they've done A, B, C, and I'm not like happy with it, they always come back. So yeah. One thing that I've said though is, like, if you start hitting the brick wall on something and you start feeling a drag, take a little break, take a couple of days out, do something else, go touch some grass or something, come back into the game. If you burn yourself all the way out and you uninstall the game, it takes you longer to come back to the game. Not saying you're not coming back, but it's going to take you longer. Where's your eel? Botsy? Right here. There it is. You were too late. God damn, I want a cake. Always someone mentioning cake. And that's not fair. I don't want one too. Oh, you don't? Oh, okay. You're not catching them that small. Yep. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Dead Hedge moving up to the first. Nicoloco on second. Okay, we're going to go, like, it's only 10 minutes. So, oh, actually, less than 2 minutes. So we're gonna wait until after. Oh, awesome, Botsy. Botsy sending me cake in game. Awesome, thank you. Can confirm coming back to the game. You spent 2 years in the game and quit. 99% you coming back. Yep. Eat it. Don't be rude. Where's the cake? Chocolate cake. Was it this one? Nice. Don't eat chocolate after 6. Same way it's always 5 o'clock somewhere. All right. But with chocolate cake, we need to have a toast. Cheers, guys. It filled me up. Damn it. Still got the 6-year RF4 cake. Yeah. Some of that stuff we should be able to put out in the house. That would be fun. That would be epic. Being able to put shit down in the house and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. Okay, do that one as well. And toast for the winner. Yep, GG guys. You have press cakes, yeah. I got a few left. There's not many, but I got a few left. I wonder how we can actually if I can coerce them into to giving us some more of those. That was brutal. They still works. They work so good that they actually have to say that they do not count in some of the competitions. They are so effective. So for especially for silver carp. Oh yeah, the Timmy, write that up in a suggestion because that is a huge one. 263 press crakes. I think I'm down to like 70. And like of course, there might be a competition at some point where they don't exclude them. So, but yeah, they are really effective. They are. So, but yeah, 99% of the competitions they will be excluded because they are so effective, especially on silver carp. All right, guys. Chat is a little bit calm for a second. I'm gonna do a roll call on the competition, but I'm gonna start out with taking a full screenshot. So just give me a second. I would like an export. I would very much like to be able to export the competitions to a. Oh, you screenshotted, Botty? Thank you. I think I missed on a few, so yeah, thank you. All right, let me do this. And we're gonna go through this one. Give me just 1 second here to pull up. Okay, so first, Deadhedge. Deadhedge, are you still here? I was gonna do. We are supposed to do 2-minute timers. Yep, you are here. Awesome. Congrats on the first. So actually, while we're doing this, let me bring up this one so people can see what you actually win. So that was Deadhedge. You are first, so that is Tegara 10K and 14 days of premium. Second is Nico Loco. Are you here? There you go. Awesome. All right, so that is the Sage Picker M98 MH and an AVS 6000 and 10 days of premium. Congrats. Elias Glikon, you here? Elias Glikon, you here? Elias Gleekon, are you in chat? Never fun when people are not showing up. Urgh. I can post them up. Yep, I can do that. Elias Gleekon. Dum, 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 765. Yeah, we said 2 minutes, so. Yep, I can post up the result in Discord. All right, let's go for the next one. Sickle Blue Milk. You here? There we go. All right, originally number 4. And Eric09, you here? Eric09. Nice, thank you, Botsy. Let me do this. That's the problem. We don't know the Twitch names of everyone either. Eric09. Does anyone know the Twitch names for these two? Eric09. Let me do this. Ah, no. Okay, I'm gonna let the third one go. Need to come up with a. We need to come up with a system on this. I got paint in I got paint in game, so I'm gonna count that one. Language barriers. So yeah, I'm gonna let those go. Hope everyone is okay with that. There we go. Oh, there you are. Nice. There you go. Code gamer as well. Awesome. All good. All good. All right. So we got Dead Edge first. Tagara and 14 days of premium. We have Nicolo with Sage Picker, M98 MH, and Avia 6000 and 10 days of premium. Elias on third with Sage Picker, M98 MH, 7 days of premium. Fourth, Sick of Blue Milk with an AVS 6000, 5 days of premium. And Eric09 fifth with Royal Picker PM98H and 5 days of premium. So yeah, congrats guys. GG's. And of course we have, let me just bring this up so I don't forget those. So we had Urban with a cruising car trophy. That was the first one. So that is, like it was said, Rod will be on his way for that. Ulrich with the first trophy, Tench, again a rod, and I'm not sure if he said a rod or if he said just a price for Dead Hedge on the first eel, but that one is definitely on its way. So like always guys, the prices will be sent out within normally within 7 days. I know from experience it always goes out way faster than that, but they always say within 7 days. Let's see. Did I miss something here? Let me see here. No, you don't need to send a message. This will be paid. All the prices will be paid out by RF4. Only time that I ask people to send me a message is when I'm sending the prices out, just to make it easier for me. But yeah, RF4 will be injecting these. These prices would be injected to your inventory, so they will just show up. I will post up the results of the competition, who won what, in Discord. And I will also put a message afterwards when I get a confirmation that it's paid. I will post that up as well, and I will just say, hey, all prices have been paid out. Check your inventory. If anything is wrong, go ahead and message me if there's anything. Going for your walk of cake. See you later. Okay. All right. Yeah, have a good walk. I think all of them was rod. Yeah, I think it was rods for the last one as well. So yeah. Oh, okay, Patsy. We can do that. Guys, quick, there's a quick giveaway open. A ticket courtesy of Patsy. So go ahead and do a exclamation loot in chat if you guys want to join in. It's gonna be a quick one, so make sure you guys jump in. Thanks, Patsy, I appreciate that. So let me do this. Let's do a timer, and let's do. I should have done that on the bot itself, but okay, we'll do it. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. Old-fashioned way. Sitting here with the freaking cell phone. Anyways. Alrighty. Yeah. Also, guys, any feedback on the stuff that we're doing like this? If there's like anything you feel that you want to say to me, feel free to drop me a message in Discord. That's always fun to see what people think. So if there's anything that you like, anything on this event, just let me know. Always fun to see what people think about things. And yeah, I'm not going to see much in chat here. Next few seconds, it's going nuts. I was gonna. We didn't catch a lot of fish though, but damn. Let's see here. There we go, Elias. Hello, hello. You all good? I got your messages in game, so you are all good. All good. Have a nice bake off would be. So there would be more prizes. We have to start thinking about when the next event's going to be, because we're pretty free to like plan things out. So I need to take a look at what we can do. Fish Porno coming in with the sub. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it. Offline comp. Actually, I'm thinking we've been talking about a trolling comp at Norway today. So I'm thinking a offline comp on Norway later. Should we maybe set that up so people know about it? Because there's not too much time to actually. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and set up a comp. It is going to be off stream though. But yeah, let's go ahead and set up a comp. Let's do an Norway comp. We've been talking about a trolling comp. Tuna's active. Okay. Let's do it 3. What do we want? Do we do oh, Captain, you're off. All right. You have a awesome evening and really enjoy your vacation. Hope to talk to you while you're gone. So yeah. If not, you have an awesome trip. We're looking forward to see you when you get back. So we're gonna do what we normally do. I'm gonna set up to 48 hours though. I assume that trolling will require that. We are gonna do the regular. Should we do a just biggest fish, or do we want to do specific species? Tuna, swordfish, and whiting. That's like this end of the spectrum and down there. It's like, yep. Thanks, Plug. Appreciate that. We're not gonna hit that, but yeah, let's do that. Actually, let's just go ahead and do the maximum weight. That will like any fish. So of course, basking can win, but I think it's good to like make sure we have a chance, and people can go with whatever they will want. Just 8 more. That's in game. Until Norway, so okay, skip this one. Yep. Towards Opa. All right, so I'm gonna create that one. 50 buy-in. The comp is open. This is also an admin comp guys, so same thing applies. You will only see yourself. You won't see the other ones in the competition. Let me get the information up on the screen. Go. Okay. show that for a second so people have a chance. There we go. Thank you, Botsy. Appreciate that. Yeah, the alarm, that was the giveaway. So let's go ahead and do. Oh, I messed up my I messed up my stream deck. All right, so let's close this one. And when we pick the winner, you have 1 minute to speak up, or we will redraw it. So here we go. Good luck, everyone. And Gamefish, Gamefish 123, are you here? Hopefully people haven't jumped off. So Gamefish, you here? Speak up. Awesome. Can you do me a favor? Ping me in game. And I will have a 5-day ticket out to you. Congrats. All right. Excuse me. I'm going to leave this up for a little bit so that people can actually have a chance to join. Did we start it quarter past or half? Like, so should we start it in 25 minutes or like at 8:30? What do you guys think? Okay, Gamefish, awesome. Appreciate that. Sooner the better. All right, let's do it quarter past. That will be in 25 minutes ish. 20 minutes. Sooner the better for folks. We started quarter past. That's putting us till 10:15. Not too shabby. Let me just take a quick peek here. Okay, let's see. Right, let's do this one. There you go. Congrats. Thanks to the comp, now I know active spots for tension heal, so I feel like the real winner. Well, that's always awesome when we can find what we're looking for and get intel. But yeah, never be afraid to jump into stream, chat, Discord. Just ask. There's always a lot of folks online, especially like with like our community. It's all about trying to help people out. So don't be afraid to ask. And there is a lot of great folks in here. There are there's a lot of great folks there that are willing to help out. Both with spot information, how to build your setups, anything. We don't bite, that costs extra. Definitely. What was the real winner? The like every experience when you join these competitions, and like I see, when we're doing things with RF4, there is no way of knowing what happens. Like sometimes there's bonus for first trophies. Sometimes there's a specific fish target. Sometimes there's different things that can happen. So like it's not always the winner, like first place that gets prizes. We've had a competition where the highest scoring player under level 17 gets a special prize. Like there's a ton of different things, and of course when RF4 is involved, not even I knew about the rods. I didn't know that that was a thing. So that's really cool. Yeah, joining in on events, joining in on things that are happening in the community is always good for players, and of course you can learn a lot from it. So. Yeah, like Riz says, the community don't bite most of the time. 15 rhinos for the third place. Yep, and it's like sometimes we have prizes for different things. Forgot to take that. Oh, that's why it's not going away, because I actually screwed up my. Why did I screw up that? Okay, I don't know. My for some reason my Green Bag's not happy with me today. Hey Moby, how you doing? Yeah, I kind of got my ass whooped yesterday by you guys on the competition. That felt bad. It's a little hard sometimes to join events. I see most offline comps above level 26 maps. Quite often, that's the suggestions that we get. But like I said before, like if you guys have anything, this goes for everyone. If you have anything that you see you want us to run a comp on, give me a heads up. If we have an active comp on an active species on any maps, anything that's like a farmable spot, whatever it is, feel free to pop me a message. Like, hey, can we do a comp on map XYZ? Most of the time we can actually work it in. And there's a little bit of work in setting up all of these. So like if anyone has ideas, we'll definitely take them. And we just put them into rotation, and we'll pop up one. And for these events that we're doing with RF4, like the stream events, we're trying to do low level and higher level comps. Of course, the last one, the Norway one, was two Norway comps. Very unusual that we do that, but it was only one official. The other one was just a high level or high silver one. So we're trying to, most of the time we're trying to do two competitions with prizes. We're doing one lower level and one higher level. So we're always trying to mix it up a little bit. Not get a trophy angler 30 minutes after the comp. That was nuts. That was absolutely nuts. I saw that post. I was like, holy crap. But yeah, it's how the game goes every now and then. So yeah. Dragon Char comp. Are they active though? I think someone said Modus had gotten one. So yeah. Dragon Char is not a good that's not a bad idea actually. Not a bad idea at all. Ooh, Quarry Char. There's two competitions up on RF4, by the way. There's a Wingman comp next week, and there's a F1 competition as well, a session tournament. Make sure you guys check those out for those that are on standalone. 12 and 3 hours. Nice. I don't see a reason for it either. But that goes into the whole reworks of the comp system, so that's something that probably should be asked about or pointed out. Yeah, remember to join the comp, guys. We have 20 people in this far. We're at 850 silver. All right, guys. I'm gonna call it though. I'm gonna call it for today. So, thanks for everyone that joined us. Oh. Oh, dang, Timmy, thank you. All right, guys, there is prizes for second, third, or sorry, first, second, and third. We have 50 cockchafers for first, 30 for second, and 20 for third. So there is cockchafers up for grabs in the comp. So Timmy, thank you so much. Appreciate that. We're gonna start quarter past, so about 20:15. Give or take a few minutes, depending if anyone is struggling to join. We just make sure if you relog, make sure you check that you're in the comp, because if we haven't started, you lose your spot. So just make sure you jump in. So yeah, we're waiting until quarter past before we start. If anyone wants me to wait for like a few minutes, just ping me in Discord. Okay. Yep, you got plenty of time. Yeah, you got plenty of time. So we're not starting without you. We will start in about 15 minutes. All right, guys. Thanks so much for everyone that joined in today. Everyone that's been in chat, participating in the competition and everything. A massive, massive thanks out to RF4 for letting us do this and for actually joining in. So yeah, really appreciate them taking time and actually talking to us, and hoping that we can do it again. So and for everyone that was here, thank you so much, guys. Means the world to see all of you guys jump in. Everyone that followed, thanks for that as well. Like I said, I muted the notifications while we were talking, so I didn't see all of that. So thanks again. Anyone that came in with a raid from Ahoy, thanks for that. Hopefully you guys saw the link and jump in there and spread some love. Fishburner, thank you so much for the prime. And that is as far as my my list goes. I can't see more because you guys flooded my my event list. So yeah, thanks again, guys. We're back on Monday, 5 p.m. Central European time as always. The schedule goes up in Discord most likely. But yeah, everything that we do is in Discord, so feel free to jump in there. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna raid you guys out to a different R4 streamer. Please join over. It's always fun to spread some viewers around. It's not an English one, but I think they speak English as well. So I'm gonna raid you guys over. Please join me out with that. Make some noise. If you have emotes, spam those. Hope to see you guys on Monday. Until then, have an awesome weekend. Great afternoon, evening, whatever the heck it is in your neck of the woods. And hope to see you then. Take good care.